Oops, wrong one. Hello, hello. I think I'm live. Find out in a minute here. I think so, yeah. I got you on the wrong screen though. There you go. Hello, hello, hello. I got my camera right here because I've had trouble with it the last few times. And I got it right where I need it, so I don't want to move it out of the way and move it back in once we're done here. So once we aim it down. Come on in, everyone. I'm just sort of getting ready here. I'm just going to grab some stuff that we're going to need. Let me see. I don't, a couple items we're going to do tonight. A couple new items again. Let's see if I get some paint out of here. There we go. All right, there's that. Well, welcome, welcome. Gotta get my wipes handy. I'll be full of it. Monday already. Sure goes quick. Time just flies when you're having fun, right? Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Got my good old pink shirt on. Tried to get rid of the pink and purple ones I always wear. I thought I could wear some different colors. I think that's all I got. But I always wear the same ones painting because I end up with it on me. So I'll show you what we painted on Friday. I didn't do much to them besides paint that one flower I said I had to paint and glue on the birdhouse here. I'll show you that. There's a little birdhouse, and then I just redid the flowers because I wasn't real happy with them Friday. I think you can see it there. I also got it laying here, so when I back off and turn it down, you'll be able to see it too. So that was a little birdhouse. And then we had this little guy. Pretty cute. These were all we started these last Monday actually and finished them on Friday. But I didn't add lines to these. They're just the first one I have some lines on. I may put some few more on these guys yet. Maybe on the wings on the one, and we'll see. Because this one has more lines on. So I want them all to go together. So I'll probably put a few lines on them yet before I take a picture and get them posted. So this was the spring bird set, and it is listed. I just don't have the photo updated. Yeah, it is listed. It's listed actually as the free gift on Etsy right now. But you can still purchase it, even though it says it's the free gifts. You can still go in there and purchase it, because if you're taking it as a free gift, if you meet the criteria for those, there's two different ones. If you haven't seen it on my Etsy, if you meet one of those criterias, which is the price line, then you can take a free gift. If it's at a certain amount, you get the one. If it's over the other amount, it's the other. This is the upper one. So it just shows it on there, and you don't add it to your cart if you qualify for it. I will know to add it to your cart. But if you add it to your cart, then you're going to get charged for it. So do not add it to your cart. I will automatically add it, and you just put send thank you gift in the notes and when you check out. But it says it all in the listing. But you can still purchase that item from that listing also. I may list another one just so people don't get confused, but that is actually a listing that you can purchase from. So either one of those two items there you can purchase that I have from that free gift listing is on Etsy. That's the only way you can do it that I could come up with. So I'm going to aim it down so you guys can see these here. There, get them in there better. But I got it sort of at a better, you can see them pretty cute there. At a better angle, I'm hoping here for the live. They all come with a stand. I got my bases glued right on the bottoms, so I don't have to I don't like them when they fall off all the time. It drives me crazy. Just little things drive me crazy. And that's one of them. It's because I hate to keep putting the stand back on. I'd say glue it on and leave it on there. So I thought they turned out pretty cute. Pretty cute. I like the highlighting around the face where it looks lighter in the middle area of the face. Looks good. I like that. And the darker areas around the outside that we did. And so forth. Even the orange on the feet just gave them a little more dimension at the bottom by their feet. So they were fun to paint. They're pretty cute. So I just got to get them sealed, and then I'll get them and photographed and so forth. So I'll get these guys out of the way, and I'll show you what we're going to start working on today. There is, I did list last night on Etsy 3 new mug huggers and 3 new snow globe attachments, inserts for, I think they're all Easter. And we're going to be painting an insert today for the basket. But I have a new flower basket for you guys. Well, it's not a flower basket, but it's a holder. But it's a new basket. If you have not. So this is how you'll put it together. It says number 1 there. So you put that one. You'll put that on the back bottom. Then you put number 2. Number 3. This is your number 4. And then this is going to cover up your 4 mark and hold your insert in there. Whoops, this way. So it's like a little Easter basket. I thought it was cute. I got you zoomed in there pretty good. So, let me see. I'll zoom out a little bit more if I can. I don't want to move it too much. There we go. And then you get, I doubled the design only comes with 1 of these in there, 1 base. And I like 2. And I also lengthened this so it sticks into this base farther because she has it real short. So it only goes in, the depth of this piece of wood. So I like it longer so that it stays in there better. It's more secure. So I went ahead and did this right away to my file so that they'll be longer. And I'm just going to paint this white and I'm going to do some shading on it. Is what we're going to do first. I don't know how long this one will take, but I didn't think it would take too long, but you know how that goes. We'll see. And I have an insert too for it, so we'll see. We'll get us started on that for sure. I don't want it in my groove, so I'm not going to roll it. I thought about rolling it, but I actually thought about painting it first and then cutting it, and I did. But I ran out of painted wood, so I went, oh, forget it. I'll just paint it. And a lot of times with white, I don't know if you've tried it, Kay, but a lot of times the white is, unless you can cover it like with a transfer tape at the before you cut it, if you have it painted so that it doesn't turn your paint yellow. But it did wipe off really good. I got it to wipe off really good. Then all of a sudden there was pink. I don't know if I had pink underneath the other streak of it in the other color or what. And I went, forget it. I'll just paint it. I'll just sponge it. So this way my lines will still show. Otherwise I would have rolled it. I thought it was cute too, Debbie. And there is also, you guys, a little one. There's a mini one too. That I will be listing. I've got the photos all taken of both of them already. And so I just got to get to the computer and get them listed. I just didn't get that far yet. I did now, if you know, I was just talking about the free gift or purchase. I did quit. I am going to not be running the sales like I used to. So don't wait around for the sales if that's what you do. I had it Saturday or Friday just because I was switching it over. But I'm going to not be running them anymore because it's a lot of work to run them, to tell you the truth. Because I set them up day to day and I've got to do that for each one, each week out of the year, So I'm constantly setting up those sales. So this way you're going to get a free gift. And I think they're a pretty nice gift. The smaller gift for the smaller purchase of, I think it's $50, is a small mini snow globe and an attachment for it. So you get the whole set. And then the upper gift is the one we just painted for this month. So you won't see the sales. And I'm also in the process of changing the prices on my website so they match Etsy's prices now. So I don't have that different prices all over there. It's too confusing for me and it's confusing for everybody. Because I used to just figure my prices in Etsy to be that with the sale price, and so then I made my website that price. So my website prices were always different than Etsy's because Etsy's had to start higher. So I changed a few prices, but not too much really. So the prices actually will probably be a little bit higher, and possibly, it depends, because now you got to figure the free gift in instead. I sort of was trying to make it like a wash, so that there wasn't a big difference, but there may be still some. But my prices were pretty low anyway. They were going to get raised anyway, because I can't keep up cutting. So it's the only way I need to, because I'm too. That tells you you're too low, too. is what they say, is what I'm told. If you can't keep up, you're too low. You need to raise your prices. So that's what I was in the process of doing too. So this probably is doing both of them at the same time with the free gift. But I'll keep nice gifts on there every month. I'll change it every month. I'm planning on once a month right now. Probably the first is to change that gift. And I mean, if you have more than one order and you qualify, you get more than one. You know, you only get one gift per order. But it's not like if you hit them both, you get them both. It's just one of them. So I see another shop that does something similar, and her prices are way higher than mine. And I think, and I can't say she outsells me because she's been on there a lot longer than I have, and so she has more sales. But for the number of years, she doesn't outsell me that way. But it's hard to say. It doesn't really matter, just as long as I keep busy. I keep busy. I got enough to do to not be busy doing orders, so. I'm actually down to, am I on? Yeah, I'm on the camera yet. I'm actually down to like 43 orders, but I've been working my behind off solid, just doing orders. I did a few new items, but I got a lot of new updates from the ladies painting I got to get posted, and a lot of that kind of stuff that I've totally been ignoring. Not ignoring, I just haven't had time to do. I've been getting the orders out instead. And so I'm finally getting the little ground on there. That they'll get out of here a little sooner. I know there's a little bit of slack in here, so I'm going to paint this bottom tab right away. And we'll let that dry a bit, and we'll go on to get this other stuff. I got to paint this one. Yeah, it's. I don't mind doing it with colored items, Kay, but white stinks. White is not any fun to do, and then half the time when I do white, when it's done, when I do go to paint it, I end up giving it a fresh coat of white because I'm just not fond of the, it's sort of a little dingier, or it gets thinner from removing that color, the brown. So I like doing it when it's not white. I love doing it, to tell you the truth, when it's not white, because it saves you a lot of time. But when it's white, that's not, I don't do the white too much. It doesn't thrill me at all, unless it's whiteboard. And whiteboard you can't paint on the top of, so then you can't do no more coloring on the top. You can't do any more highlighting or anything. But when it's just going to be a solid white background, you don't want to highlight or shade or anything, it's great. Then I use it. Yeah. My laser needs a cleaning too, so I need to get, now that I'm getting caught up a little bit. I actually got this week's orders done till Friday. And yeah. But I won't wait till Friday or Thursday to get all those orders done either. It's Fridays, and it's my busy day of the week. I don't know, there's like 16 of them again. So I will start on them right away. I won't wait, because I want to stay ahead of the game is what I'm trying to say, I guess. I want to get ahead of the game. I know I changed my how long it's going to take to get orders out a little bit on Etsy. Instead of like 1 to 2 weeks, I went 5 to 10 business days, which does make a difference in the way it calculates for some reason. So I did change that a little bit, but that's about it. Some of these places can get orders out so fast, and it's got to be that they have multiple lasers or people working for them too. I would imagine. I'm not going to paint where my hand is here either, because it is going to be covered up. All right. It is. White is hard. It's not my favorite color. I don't love painting white. I'll tell you that. I really don't. Because you can see every little thing in it, it seems like. It's just not my favorite. I just don't love white. I don't like to paint white even. All of a sudden you look and you got a mark on it that you don't want. It's like, ugh. All right. I'm going to give that a quick drying, and then I'm going to give it another coat. But yeah, if I could have had this part done, I figured that would save me a lot tonight to it, but I wanted those lines all show for the Easter basket look. And I see she came out with a few new items again today that are really cute. Well, it's a dinosaur insert, and I think there was a rhino, if I remember right. That was I thought was adorable. All right. But I think I bought like 35K. I don't know about you. I spent a penny, all right, a good penny this weekend on with this lady, because I was like $150 in files that she had come out with. I didn't purchase any last weekend. I missed the sale. I just bypassed me. It got by me. The weekend was busy, I guess. Everything going on, and I forgot to go buy her. I usually buy them every week, new files, the ones I want. And so this week, I think I had 35 new files that I've got to cut and get cut and listed. I got a nice box forming down there again for my ladies that paint for me. I just shipped a bunch off to Lisa again. I just said to her, she's like, just send it to me if you got a bunch. And I said, all right. I said, I counted them. I think I told her I had 45. And I said, you sure you want that many? I don't think she's on here yet. She's like, yeah, just send them to me. I said, all right. So she should be busy for a while. But I noticed she's already putting pictures out for me already that she got done. She paints a lot. She really does. There we go. I think that'll work there. And you could paint this brown too. You could stain it. You could do lots of different things. I was thinking about multiple color. I used to, when I was a kid, we had our Easter baskets were, I don't know about yours, Kay, were Debbie too. They were multiple colors. I had, they were pink and purple and had green. Some of these were different colors and going through there. The what do you call it? Where it's woven, the material. I don't know what they call it. Some kind of wood ribbon or something. I don't know what that is made out of actually. And I thought about doing that, but then, but it would I probably could, because it's going to be Easter. You can use this year round. You don't have to keep it for Easter. It can just be a wicker basket for year round. Like if I paint it white like this, I could use it with, I've seen other things in them already. The designer showed, and they look fine in it. Even Christmas bulbs, the Christmas, different listing, the different inserts. You could put anything in it, really. But if I go and paint it pink and purple, then probably not. So I decided not to. Yeah, I like the look. It's just, if you can keep it, I like sealing it right away too, because then it keeps it, I think, from getting any marks on it. I don't always seal everything, but I try to. But I don't get everything sealed. But it depends what it is. I know a lot of people don't seal at all. You don't have to seal. But to me, I think it protects it more. Especially when I was doing shows. It seemed to. I know it did. It protected a lot. It didn't get the marks. The dark colors get little white mark going across from another one or something, a little scuff mark. And that sealing it takes that right away. Right away. There we go. You seal everything, yeah. Yeah, and you move everything, though. If it was me in my house, I probably wouldn't seal a lot of it. But if I'm moving it, like to shows and that, yeah. But I put my stuff right in bags, usually when it's done. So they get protected from those bags I ship everything in. Those, I think, help a lot, too. We have this white out, so I'm probably going to paint the one item on that insert we're going to do right away. I might as well use the white before it dries up here, because I got enough of it out. I'll just grab it. I'll show you the insert here in a minute too that we're going to paint. This one does not have a mini one to match it. It's only the big one. She has a few like that. Usually, a lot of times they have a mini too. But I don't really actually, I don't know how much shading I'm going to do on here. I'm going to try. I'll probably do enough. I see a little bit of discoloration by my lines here yet coming through my white, which you can clean off, which I probably should have. You'd probably be smarter to, but it's going to get covered up with my color I'm going to put on here for shading. That's what I want. Hopefully I can talk better than I could Friday, because Friday I sure couldn't talk. Okay, we'll leave it like that, I think. Let me get the other one out that we're going to do. I'll take some of it out. I'm not going to take it all, the little pieces out, because it'll be a mess. Yeah, moving everything is the issue. I agree. Because it tends to scuff stuff up. This is what it is. This is a lamb, and this is a bunny, but he's got big long ears, and a chick. But all we're going to paint right now in white is the lamb's head, his hair up there, and the hair by his feet here. This stuff here is white. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to keep this stuff in here so I don't lose it. And we'll just give this a coat of white and get this done right away. That way, we don't have to get it back. I don't have to get it back out and waste more. It only takes a second. I had quite a few join my painting club already. So if you're interested, I started a, I don't know how many are on here. I started a subscription group. Every month you're going to get new Christmas items to paint. I got my chart done today that I'm going to post in the group with when your boxes, when the bill dates are, and when the boxes will ship, and when the live will be. For sure, there'll be for sure one. It's going to be on Wednesday nights. I decided I might as well put it right in the middle of the other two that I do. And it's going to give you the date already. You'll know the date now as soon as once you join, you'll see the dates. You'll have all that right off the bat, so you'll know every month when the live will be. And I just got to set that group up yet. I haven't put anybody into the group yet because there's nothing in there yet. Well, because I haven't set it up. But until we start March, when the first box goes out, there is nothing really to put in there too much. Besides chit-chatting, which is fine. I got to learn to get myself in there more and chit-chat too, but which will help too if I cut down on orders some, you know, by raising the prices a little bit, or yeah, basically. They just won't be a sale, that's all it is. All right. So anyway, I know I'll still be very comparative or low compared to a lot of them on there, so I'm not too worried about it, to tell you the truth. I have to. I don't have a choice with the cost of everything, too. All right. All right, I think we're ready to go here. We're going to put that to the side. I'm going to give these, I'm going to dry them real quick and give them one more coat so they are done. I think QK, this is one of my favorites. She actually has really, really cute, you guys. I just cut the other new inserts out for the basket this afternoon. But I already have some of them listed for, there might be some Easter ones already listed, but I have the spring ones on there, and there's spring highlight, a spring gnome. The spring gnome ones with the flowers are just adorable. I should paint one of those with you guys coming up. These flowers, it's like the flower basket we had last year. That one was a big seller because it's just so pretty. And so is these gnomes with the gnome with the flowers, I think is really cute. But I think there's a highland with the flowers too. You'd have to look under the baskets on Etsy, on my site, on Etsy, and my Etsy store, because they're all in there. You just may have to scroll down into the next page to see all the Easter ones. But they're in there. Look for the new listings with the ones with the new logo, with the new format I started using. You'll see them. But they're pretty adorable. There's a lot of cute basket inserts I'd like to paint myself yet. We'll see how far we get on them. And the globes are so cute too, though. They both are. I like them both. They're just adorable. I almost did a globe tonight, but then I ended up with this guy because I wanted you guys to see these new bunnies with the long ears, because I just love them. All right, let me get some gray here. I'm going to go with gray on here. Just a light gray. I got two light grays here. I don't know which one I want. One's a lot lighter than the other one. Let me write this over here. We're going to go with the lightest one first. Well, actually, yeah, we're going to go with the lightest first. So, but that bunny in the middle's got really long ears. He's just, and there's a bunch of them. There's a little shelf sitter with the bunny like that. There's a bunch of them. And there's a bunch of new word ones I have cut too. Like Bloom, and is this going to come out of there? I still didn't get to Hobby Lobby. That one's really thick. I got more than I probably need to. Let me find a brush. A good brush today. This looks pretty good. All right. So, how far can I pull this? All right. Now what I want to do is make it so that on the other basket, you know, it went up and down with the design. This one only goes side to side. So where these marks are here is where it's going underneath this upper part. I want to make that darker on the sides of it. Like this. And this. So that it looks like it's going underneath it. And I think I'm going to try to leave that white. Is what I'm thinking. And I want to lightly bring it outward here a little bit on each side. Sort of like that. I got a little bit. I want to move there yet. Sort of like that. And see, and I might go back and add a little bit darker to it yet. And you know, to make it right along the seam, to make it a little more. That didn't do what I wanted there. I got too much water here. There. I'm gonna let that one dry. I'm gonna just do one side on one side and going across, and I'll come turning around and do the other side. And I should probably just go up and down with it. Let's see here. But I like to bring it out, make it float outward a little bit. So, however works the best to do that for you. So I'm going to try it like that first. See what it looks like as we go. I don't have to do that top line yet too up above here. Sometimes you get a little paint in there like I did right there. It tends to dry in there. It's more water or whatever, and your line comes back. We'll see if it does or not. If it don't, I'll have to scrape it out of there a little bit. So I went with a light gray because I didn't want it real dark, but like I said, I might put a little darker gray over the top of this, right up by the line, right coming out from underneath of it to give it more dimension. And I know the other one, I pretty much went around the whole square here with darkening it and doing the shading. But I'm not, because we don't have the band going the other way, I may not. Where we had bigger pieces woven going up and down. It's up there, I can move. That one, now I got plenty here. For me, it's easier. It's, you know, everybody's different, but for me, it's easier to do one side first, and then go back and get the other side. Where my pick, I just had it a few minutes ago. There it is. I just want to make sure this is going to come out here. And you tend to get a little dirt up, a little wood up. Okay, I'll make sure. Oops. Okay, there you go. And that one is still really dark there. That's probably where I scraped it away there too. I'm going to leave it for now. Thanks, Kay. Yeah, I just wanted it light enough just to darken it up coming out so it looks more dimensional when we're done. So it looks like it's real, basically. That they're not just lines there. And then when I get time now, I'm going to start cutting Christmas boxes for the people who have signed up. And I got to get in that habit now of each month to start them. You know, I don't want to be stuck all of a sudden it's time to ship them out and I don't have them already. I want to get ahead. You know, I got to fit that in now with the normal stuff. So I just got to plan a little, try to plan a little. We know how that goes, but I'm going to, if I can get so many, but if I know by, see, but I'll know by the first of each month now after this month how many I need each month. So then it shouldn't be so bad. And I probably am going to leave it open. I'm not, you know, not close it where you can't join. I'll probably leave it open for a while. Unless it gets to be too much, then I'll probably not allow more. But for now, I'm going to leave it. Is my plan. We'll see how it goes. But then still, by the first of the month, you're going to have to join to have the next month. So, except for this month being the first month. You can still join now till whenever and still get the March box. That'll come out the first week of March. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. All right, let's do these guys down here. I still have this in there yet. Now I got you guys turned around on my camera. You're actually on the screen. I'm using the front camera, not the back camera. But it actually looks almost clearer on my screen. Is it easier to see down here? Maybe it's just that it's closer with this one than that big camera that's on the back. But I don't know. On my screen here, it almost looks like it's a lot closer up and easier to see. I don't know. Is it me or am I right? And I would have once thought that with the front camera. Hi, Lisa. Heard us me talking about you, didn't you? Nothing bad. Nothing bad. I was just saying, I was telling him I have another box of stuff I'm working on cutting right now. And I just purchased like 30 some files this weekend. And I said, I sent Lisa, I think it was like 45 of them. Sent her quite the load of stuff. And it is closer. I thought so, okay. I thought so. Screen view is great. Okay, good. Good to know. Yeah, I figured out how to use the front camera. Can you imagine that? There was something on there. I shouldn't even say it because it'll sound like I'm really dummy, but I don't usually look at that because I was planning on using the back one all the time because it was easier. But not on Facebook or anything, but in my camera, in the app that I use for this, in my Mevo app, it has ultra wide view, and then it had selfie, and I'm like, what the heck is selfie? So then it actually turned right. It used the other camera. But the back cameras are supposed to be better, and I'm sure it is. It's just I'm having issues with it, so. Lisa, nothing bad. All right, let's do the other side now. Go like this. We are painting an Easter basket. It looks like an Easter basket to me. That's not how I want it. I'm going to go here. I sort of want it like this. I don't know what I was doing. No, I want to go this way. It's like an Easter basket for the inserts, Lisa. Is what this is. And then we're going to start to insert an Easter one. I mean, Valentine's Day is almost here. Alrighty. But you know, I'm still cutting Christmas stuff right now for people that are ordering Christmas stuff. They order Christmas. I cut Christmas all year round anyway. So this will be sort of nice with having new stuff every month. There we go. I'll probably wait a couple months and then we'll do that snowman I was telling you guys about. You starting the box? Yeah. I seen you. I went and looked. I seen you put some cute stuff on there again that I got to get uploaded. I got a lot to get uploaded, to tell you the truth. But it takes a little while because I got to get them over onto the new one and put a blank with it for the first page one for the main photo. It takes a little while. It'll take me quite a while before I ever get everything switched over. And then I start working on it. I think, oh, I could switch these over and this over. And I'm like, no, you can't, because you need to get the stuff listed on your own site too. And so then I go and work on that. All right. Oops. Somebody had a St. Bernard for looking to rehome in Sheboygan, K. I was like, nope, Donnie, you don't need it. You got enough. You got enough headaches, right? You got enough headaches. You don't need another one. But I always think that give her somebody to play with, you know. But nope. Quit thinking that way. Right. I need some water. And you don't have to have them all perfect, same either. Some can come out farther than the others. It just makes it look more real, I think, when they do. When you get more different, when they're different from each other. Even the shading coming, like I said, there's the shading going in and out. Oops, that one got in there a little bit. Let me get these little guys up here. Okay. Yeah, I need another one. Yeah, like a hole in the egg cake. I got that stupid umbilical cord hernia and it's been killing me. And don't you know she's going to jump up in my bedroom. Dale didn't lock her out when he got her out of her kettle. So then when she comes in, she comes running in by me to wake me up and jump on top of me. And she's landed right on me the other morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder it's just killing me even worse. But I don't want to go in for it. I don't want surgery. But we'll see. I'm not planning on. It's sometimes. I mean, normally it's fine. It's bothering me a little bit today again, but I just try not to lift much. Somebody's got to get something. That's me. I always got to get everything. Knock on wood, except COVID. Thank goodness. I missed some here. All right. I'm going to do this on the handle too and on the little piece that overlays here on the front. This whole row here. I missed one above here too. I missed a few of them. I thought I had them all. Okay. That one, this one. They are a lot of work. They really are. Now do I have them all? Let me see. I think so. That don't look too bad. I mean, it would leave in that center of those whites. I sort of like that look. Now, this will go across the top of our basket like this. So I'm just going to do like the underside of them, I think, is what I'm going to do just for some, like where it would be darker from it sticking out, because this would be more rounded, I think, more corded. Just going to do this side of them. Like that, I think. See what it looks like when we're done. Who knows? You know me, I change my mind. So I'll get that later on. I got a little piece there that I clean up. Once you get used to doing this, it's so easy. Are you guys, Lisa, are you doing much of the shading? Or, I know Debbie does some. I know Kay does some. Are you guys doing much shading on your stuff? I think it makes a lot of difference. Once you start, I got some, I either need some white there or some, get that off of there. It looks like I got gray. Seen some big guy on with that one group I'm in selling a big laser, my kind of laser that I have right now. It's a bigger one than mine. It's even bigger. It's like the 150 watt. It takes a lot bigger sheet than mine even takes. For like $2,500 because you just don't use it. And I'm thinking, oh, I wish you lived closer. That's one heck of a deal. My daughter purchased one of those 3D printers. And it's like a 3D, yeah, it's a printer they call it. I think they call it a 3D printer. And she purchased it to do cookie cutters because she does all those cookies. If you've seen all her cookies that I've posted on my page at times, oops, that fell in my paint. So she buys a lot of cookie cutters. So she went and purchased this 3D cutter to make her own cookie cutters. Good idea, I thought. Very good idea. Yeah, it was dirt cheap. Okay, everybody on there was like, I wish you lived closer. I wish you lived closer. Yeah, me too. Not Washington, though. That's way too far. And so but you can make a lot of other stuff. I think, unless you do have something like that to make with it, I sort of looked at them too after she was telling me about it. It will make some neat stuff. But I think it's more going to make more guy stuff than it is lady stuff, to tell you the truth. Unless you have a specific use like it for like my daughter does. Because it'll make a lot of attachments. You can make attachments for your shop vac. Because it's more plastic that it uses to make stuff. But yeah, it's sort of neat. She makes little toys for her son, you know, stuff like that. But the average person, I don't think, you know, unless you, like even when we had the farm, I could see coming in handy for him making attachments that he would always try to conjure up and make out of this or make out of that. He could have just, there's lots of free patterns out there to make stuff like that too. That's sort of neat. I did think of something. Oh, I thought, I told her she could make, and you can make like phone cover cases too. A lot of that's some people, some of the late people that make those phone cases, smaller businesses, that's what they're doing with them. They make you make them that way. But I haven't seen it work. Oh, she showed me pictures of it work in her videos, or FaceTime me, but I haven't seen it in person yet. I mean, they're not that big either. They're not that expensive either, depending on what you go with. You can get one for under $500. But you gotta have a use for it. You're not gonna just want to make little kid toys all the time, rubber toys or something. And you can buy the material in different colors. So she made her husband, I don't know if I told you guys this, but she made him like his first tools, his old Milwaukee tools. She made him little holders that the batteries snap into, in his trailer for his work truck, so that they don't fall all over the place. Stuff like that. I mean, it's not going to make us anything beautiful that we'd want for in our house or something, put it that way. But, you know, when I say we wouldn't have a big use for it, it's not like it's going to make us something to hang on the wall. It might make a bracket, but that's not what you see. Oops. I mean, it does make a lot of things, what you can do, but nothing that I'd want to hang on my house or have to, you know what I mean? Now, am I on the right side here? No, I'm sort of on the wrong side here, ain't I? I wanted to be underneath, and I was up until here. Okay, up until here. I'm going to move this if I can. I might just get a white. These last two, I'm going to switch where my shade is here. Because now it should be under these guys. I don't want to take my paint off. I don't think I did. Nope. It should be under on this side. Because here it's still underneath that one, and here it's going to go, we're going to switch it right here. This one's going to be on both. See what it looks like. That's what I want to do anyway. How is this paint drying so fast? Alright, give me some more. Much water there. I got it in my groove too. So I'll go back in a second. Okay, hopefully you can see it. I gotta clean this one out once here. I tend to pull everything right up to me. There. Close up. Looks sort of neat on the computer. I can see it on the computer screen. It looks sort of neat. The way it's coming. And this is pretty easy to do. Oops. You have to get it on the wrong side too, you know. Now if you get too much shading that you don't want, get some clean water, or your water could be getting dirty too. Mine's not too bad, but brush, it works its way up into your brush too, and goes, sometimes leaves more of a trail than you want. So that one's a little darker there, right here. I might have to lighten that one up in a bit. Let's see here. Look at this one. There. Okay, let me see these guys. This one we got to fix here. I have to do this one yet, because you can't see it right here. I can't see it anyway. All right. And let's see how that looks at the top. I think I may still have it on the top over there. I'm not sure. I'm going to look at it here. Just take some water and try to lighten that up a little bit. Clean it out of the line a little. I'm taking my white off too, so I'm going to put that back. Okay. Let me see how that looks there. I think that one needs it on both sides for some reason, so I'm going to do it. I don't know why, but I do it. This guy, I don't know why. Let me just do it here a little softer and see what it looks like. Once it catches up here. Yeah, it looks okay. Where is it? Right here. Here's a double one. I gotta see if I can see it. I gotta wait for my finger to go up there, you guys. There's such a delay. Right there. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little lighter there. I need a little bit of white paint too. Here. I'll go here. So if you get a little darker areas that you don't like, then just go back and put a little more white there too. I'm still thinking of putting a little more color on like the insides of here. See what it looks like. Can't really see it there. Let me see. I wish it would catch up. Because it would be darker under here anyway. I'm going to have to stir my paint up here. It's getting too hard. Not doing it real heavy. Well, besides for that one. It's fairly lighter, but just going to follow it all the way down here, I think. Whoops. That one I got to clean up. Let's see what it does. I think there. Come on out of there, paint. Up, and this one wouldn't be on this opposite side. It would be down. Hold on there. What did I do here? Let me turn around. This side. Just gonna go in here. I don't have nearly as much on there as I do where I do the creases, but that's okay. Then I gotta clean up. I see it. Yeah, I do have more here. Oops. Come on. There. See how that looks. Once I can catch this up here. Yeah, I like that better. I think I need a little bit darker over here in a couple spots, so I'm going to stir my paint up with here real quick. It's getting where I can't get any paint. Here, get that open up. All right, let me get a little. Just needs a little bit darker on the one side, I think. Down here. Come here, paint. I don't know. Yeah. Oops. More than I want. All right. Now I think I'm gonna go back to the basket, and I see a couple spots I gotta put some white on that I don't like. Here. And here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah. A little bit right there. I think it would be good. I'm gonna leave it alone. Alright, sit and do this all night and pick at it. I think that'll work. So let's go with that. Now I just want to try a little darker in some of this, in some of these grooves here, and see what it looks like. A little darker. I don't think I wanted zinc. This is the color we went with, which was this gray was slate gray, and this one is even lighter. So You know what? Maybe we did go with this one first. Hold on. I think we did do this one. Yeah, we went with this one. This is the lighter stuff. This is gray sky that I used to do that. Now I think this is the next one, slate gray. So let's see what it looks like, or that zinc. I may want the zinc. See how much difference there is. There's not much there. Not enough for me to do it. So we're going to go with a little of this. Very lightly, I think. We'll see what it does. We'll do a couple and see if I like it or not. But what I want to do, and it's going to be very minimal and pretty light across there. I'm going to do both sides right away. That one's got more than I really wanted. Probably got more than I needed here. Too much there. What does that look like? Let's see. Too much. I want it a lot thinner. Maybe I'm going to get a liner brush. That's what I'm thinking. I want it darker, but not that much. And I don't want to lose my gray under there either in the process. So I'll go back with my gray here. Oops. Covered it up too. Hold on. Let's see what that looks like. That or a smaller line, a smaller one, because I tend to get too much on my brush, or I need to just be more careful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just. This is smaller. Let's try this one. I want to be able to see what it looks like. It's almost covered up. No, it's over here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let me try this brush once. I want it more gradual like that, which is still hardly noticeable, but I think you'll still see it. Yeah, this don't look bad actually, because with the deeper there either. Now that I look at it, I don't mind it. I'm going to do this one here. Let's see. I might as well do it. Let's just do it. Be done with it. It's just, I think it adds more dimension having darker. And I'm just going to do one side again to the whole thing, and I'll come back. Just like one line is all I'm really going for there. I really don't even have to get paint every single time because there's still enough in there. A little more. But I got a pretty small brush this time, so I ain't getting much. I'm not trying not to take too much or put too much in there. Can you see it? Can you see it adding a difference? Oh, thanks, Katie. Yeah, she does a great job on her cookies, doesn't she? She shocks me sometimes when I see them. I'm like, holy smokes, those are really cool. She really surprises me. And she just started doing that on her own, making those cookies. She was doing the flowers and that with us for a while. She was selling with me in my group and stuff. And doing, she would get those flowers the wood flowers. And she made some really pretty arrangements. Was selling those for a while. She stays at home and she does babysit a few days a week too. But it's extra income for him too, so it's nice. But yeah, she does a great job on those cookies. I don't know, it seems like she's doing cookies all. She's got orders up quite a few. Put it that way. She's constantly doing orders. I know Sunday even she said she was gonna come down for a while, and she brought Mason down. And she ended up meeting Mason's dad instead. But anyway, she's like, I gotta get home to do cookies. I got orders I gotta get working on too, every day too. So yeah, she makes some cute cookies and come up with all those designs all the time. But it's like, you look for inspiration, I'm sure, and go that way too. I don't know. I haven't really talked to her too much about it. I just eat them. I need water. All right. And this one here, I got it in the, what did I do there? Oh no, it's just a piece of something. Yeah. Okay, that one's a little darker. And we'll go back into the other side. I think is it just sort of emphasizing that? It's sort of hard to tell now. I may have to go, I don't know. If it's, we'll see. I don't know. I never know if I like it or not right away. You guys know that. I'm horrible. I want to keep this light enough. Go there. I don't like it, and if it's too much, I can always come back and add a little bit of, I mean, it's just more work, of course, but that's usually how I work, though. I can always come out farther with the lighter gray, which would look good, too. But I think the baskets make the, I think it's good to spend the time on the basket though, because you use that with every insert. And if if you don't like your basket, I don't think you're going to like your insert either. Because you see the basket a lot, I think. I don't like this side, I can tell you that right now. I'm going to cover some of that up and come out with it a little bit. I should have my other brush though, don't I? Probably not going to like this one, period, now. Let's see. Sort of trying to clean my mess up there a little bit, but I'm probably going to need some white. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing and come back on. Just try to keep them smaller, thinner. And you could have just done a straight line there too with the, probably that nail brush we used too. Would have probably worked. I should have tried that in the beginning. I didn't think of it. This side I did, yep. I did that one. This one I need to. For some reason I was thinking, I don't know, I'm not doing the wrong side, am I? I don't think so. I'm just not used to how dry these little brushes get, how fast. Okay. I'll get a couple here yet. Then we'll see what it looks like. Okay. I just see the one that I don't like there. Let me put some white paint there. I don't know, it might have looked better than before. Did it look better before, you guys? Do you think it looked better before? You can tell me. I'm asking. Oops, I got too much there. I might have. Let's see. So what I'm going to do. Oh, I think she ships everywhere, Kay. She already has, she's got boxes and she ships them in. So she does ship everywhere. She gets orders from all over the place too. I'm just trying to see if I like this better or not, bringing this out more. I'm going to look on the screen. If you bring that out more and sort of let it fade off, looks more like the divot area, you know, where it would sit into, where it would sink down a little bit around there. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better, don't it? It looks better bringing that out a little bit. I think so. So we're going to do it. It's just sort of messy, bringing it out. It don't need to be even at all. I just like to keep it light enough so that it fades and eventually fades into that white. Oops, I got too much there now. If anything, make it top. You can make it heavier on the ends, like up at the top and the bottom some. And then you get spots you don't like and just go and cover them back up with a little bit of white. If it's out too far. Take a look what I'm done here. Once you get in your brush a little bit too, you don't need too much. I sort of try to blend it on first. See what that looks like. I should be going around my edges too. Let's see. Somewhat. I like it somewhat. I'm going to take a peek, a better look here once. Maybe I ain't going to do it. I don't know. Maybe I should just quit. This right here is too dark. Let's see. If I look at the screen, it's sort of opposite of where I'm painting too. If I'm right here, where is this? See, yeah, it's opposite. Oh no, I gotta wait for my hand to be there. Right there. Yeah, this is closest to me. Yeah, it's where it would, I don't know. Yeah, it looks okay like that. I think I'll just do it and do it. It gives it a different look. Otherwise, I'd have to paint, cover that all up. So let's just give it a little bit more on the other areas. I probably should leave it alone and go on to the next thing. I want it so that you don't have an actual, like, you can't see where you stop there, basically. And you know what would probably help a lot would be my mop brush. I tend to forget about. It might help get some of that gone. Soften those lines up in here. Probably do it. I get it out and start using it. Here. All right. Let's see how that works. Let's see, I soften it a little more yet. All right. Gives it more of a messy look, that's for sure. Now that I started doing it. Let's see. It's alright, I guess. I guess it sort of makes them looks like they but you don't want it even. I see a couple spots like this one right here, it's even. I don't want it even. If I can help it. I want to keep them like maybe longer on the sides of and then shorter in the middle. A little bit to give it a more like that, maybe. Let's see what those two look like. Where am I over here? Catch up. Come on, yeah, I'm over there. Yeah, those look okay. Okay. What do you think? Would you like it this way, Kay, or the other way? What way do you prefer? Won't hurt my feelings. You can tell me. They grow on me after a while, different ways, but Debbie, Lisa, tell me what you think. Just asking for opinions. I'll probably go back. I may go back and put a little bit of white right in the middle to make them brighter, like this one here I just did, to make it brighter right in the middle where it would be hit by light anyway. When I'm done here making a mess. But I'm just trying to bring the shading out farther as well. I'm doing. Just gotta get it to look good, like you want it, but we'll see. Nope, not enough water there. You like it, Debbie? Do you like it better this way or the other way? I mean, I got a few areas I know I got to work in, but it grows on me, I guess, what way I like it after a while. You know, that first way I looked up and I'd seen the first way, I was liking it. Then I did this and I was like, oh, I'm not sure now. You know, things grow on me, but I'm going to put more white in the middle there. I think that'll clean that up a little bit more than I want it. It gets a little dirtier looking than I like. So I think if I put some white in the middle, it'll help. or I get them blended in better too, might help too. Because like here I got too many, I can see it real good. It really sticks out. But then again, it's going to stick out some. It should probably. Oops, now I got it in my lines. I'm trying to get the outside edges out thicker than the inside, but it doesn't happen. So I'm just going to put it on there, and I'll go back and put my white in, I think. And I could have used, you know what probably would have worked too, is I could have used even a lighter gray here doing this. Probably would have been even easier. Probably would have blended with my white better. I betcha, if I would have done that. Just thought of it. Or made my gray even whiter with some white paint. Might have been a good idea. And made it even lighter coming out than what we had to start with. See that working a lot better too. It seems like I get more water in my brush too. I can get it spread thinner too, which makes sense, I guess. That gives it, I think it's better than. All right, now I'm going to go back with some of this white after I stir it up. Here, we don't have the same problem. It's going to cover on it. All right. I'm wondering if it would be easier with the finger dabber, and that would give it more. Let me see. I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try it. Why not? Just going to get some on there and bounce it off a little bit. I'm just going to do in the center of these guys. Give it even more color, huh? I didn't do my edges, though. I knew that. And that'll just sort of break that up a little bit more where I see the, you know, when I got more of a line there than I like. Like this one has it here more. This one guy right here has more lines than I like to see. I was just sort of then blending my shading into my background colors, basically what I'm doing. Shading, highlighting. I always get them confused. I know what they are. It's just like I don't get the right word. This would be a shading, not your highlighting. Sort of like right and left. I gotta think about them before I say which one is what. Okay. You see, is that looking better? I think that's looking better, don't you? That brighter color in the middle again. I think so. I'm not going to do it on that top line, I don't think. Yeah, I guess it better. Better. Or it won't look right. I'll know it. I'm just going to give it a little bit. Get it mixed in there real well. Just go like this on each side. And I can go back and do the same with the white. But I don't think I'm going to do anything with the other ones. I think I'm going to leave those alone. Because they don't have the weave. We'll be here all night doing this. Right now, I'm just going to go in on my sides like this. Keep it light enough. I'm probably have to go back with white. I see it. Just darken them up a little bit. I'm using that first gray, that gray sky, I think it was, that we used in the beginning. I'll come back there. I think I got enough of my brush yet. Okay, now let's get that out of here. Yeah, I got way too much here, I see. Oh, cheapers down. Then I'll just go put it on there and take it back off, but nope. Okay. Well, maybe get this little white. Bring them up right in the middle. That's not going to show there anyway. There. I think we're good there. Let's see how she looks. Put my hand out of the way. I guess it has definitely more dimension look from that, I can say. Gave it more of a up and down dimension is what it did. Especially probably adding that darker color in there. I do like it now. I can live with it. It's got the dirty white look though to me is what it's got. And that's usually something I don't like, but that's okay with this because it gives it the dimension. So now these guys, so I think I'm gonna this is gonna go right on here, and we're gonna glue this on in a second, I think. Underneath here we would have darker, which I want to do because I want it to look real, I guess. So hold on. I'm going to use that gray sky again. I blend it in pretty good. Let me get. I'm just sort of going to trail underneath it here. I'm actually going to use this other gray that I said was in between there. Just a little darker, not quite as dark. There too. Okay, let's see. So there you can see what I did there. I might get it off of here too. I could tell I was doing that when I was doing it, but it worked. Okay, there we go. So now, and I think I'm going to leave these other ones alone. I don't think I'm going to put, let me see what it looks like. Do we need any, I don't know if I want to go put the darker in those grooves. I don't think so. I think I'm going to just leave it. Oh, I don't know, you guys. Oh. Let me see something. Let's just try one. If I just went like this, let's see what it does. Let's see if it makes a big difference. Okay, let's see. Does it make it match better? Like it as it is? Doesn't it match better with that darker in there? That I just put in there? I think it does, don't it? Just go and let thin line in there. I tend to spend a lot of time on things. That's the problem. It takes me forever. Because I keep trying to make it look better and better, I guess. Here you go. I think that you can see them better. They stick out like the bottom part does. I need water. But these will take 2 seconds. Okay, and this one. I'm not going to bring the gray out in them like I did the bottom part though, just the darker here. And one more. And I probably got to do it on the handle just to make it uniform. There, like that. I think that's better. It matches, I think, a lot better. Okay, so let's just do it real quick where we put the darker the shading here. Right along these guys. Okay. I'm not going to go down lower though. I'm just going to keep it right in this overlap. Not get too much there. There. Right in this overlap area here more. Paint straight up. I can't get much. There. And here. It just adds that darker color in there and it makes it just, I think, look more realistic. By doing that. Oops. Like that. that. This one. Well, if I don't have any water in my brush, it sure doesn't work very good. And this little brush is awful. I don't want to keep much either. It's like every single time get water. This one has it on both sides, but I'm just going to go on this side, I think. That's the one we did double. Okay. See if I can do it without my water. Yep, we got it. Yep. And there. Now I shut down. I'll leave it alone. Right there. There. Better. Let's go with that. It gives it more dimension. I thought so too after I looked at it going, oh, I sort of like it like that. So now, this is our number one here. So let's get some glue on number one right down the bottom here. For number two to go on there. Just keep it right in the middle. Right there. And it's going to go all the way out here. Okay, is that my good bottle? I think so. I think it's almost empty. Alright. We'll get it lined up. This should, oops, I put glue right in the middle where I didn't want it to, you guys. That wasn't smart. I'll wipe that out of there in a second. Right where my insert sits. But it'll be dry by the time the inserts gets in there, but it might make it harder to stick in there. I didn't do the base. I'm not going to worry about painting the base right now. I can always paint the base. We'll get that insert done. Oh yeah. I didn't know I was almost out of glue here. I think my husband used it. He did. I know he did because I brought it back. So we had, oh, I did that, didn't I? Ah. Did you see what I did? We got to have 2 on there, not 1. So we got to put number 2 on. And right on here, I'm going to put this one right away because I got the glue there. I'm going to let that sit up. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't going in order. I said well, number 1. Get this on here, right? Hold it there. So I got number 2 on there. It really wasn't going to work. I'll hold this upside down like I'm up here. There we go. Come on. Be back to that other glue. That's where I'm going to have to use. I'll use on the insert, I guess. Fill these bottles up. So we got 2. Now we're going to go with number 3. Right there. And the one I have under, this is number 4. I'm going to get it good here. See how we are. A little bit of paint I got to correct up there, but not too bad. You see it. Oops, this one's going to come down. There. Oops. That even. Alright. Get some more glue on now. Oops. Should have known it was glue there too. Now, I'm going to put the glue on here. Because I can see now where I want it. I don't want it in that whole area, so I won't put no more there. Here. I don't have much coming out of there, so. Alright. Then we'll get it on here. Why she actually has so many layers coming off the back, I'm not sure, but I've got a feeling it's because some of the inserts are thicker. You know, where you glue stuff onto the back of them so that you have room, and to just make sure there was plenty of room. To tell you the truth, that's my thought on it. Okay, get my paint back down on there better. And then, there. Yeah, pretty good there, I think. And then it would just go in the base. So we would just stand it up in the base, which I don't have painted like that. I have it stand in a base. You'd be ready to go. Got your insert hole right there. Not too bad. So I'm just going to set this to the side. Right over here, I guess. I'll do my base later. Well, you know what? I'm going to just do the top of the base. I'm going to glue it and do the top of the base because the paint's right here. And it's drying. I might as well use it. And get some glue. I glue it first. And I like to set it into the thing to make sure it's all lined up perfect, that it fits in there. Because I've had it not have it perfect there. I let it dry a second once it's in there. So that I know that it's straight going in there. See, I've got to get that bottom one better. See what I mean? That's what I mean. You don't have it perfect, it won't go in. Alright. Don't glue on me. Alright, let me see if I can get it in there. Now, why am I having... There we go. Now, that one went on. This is sometimes what I do, too. I'll put one on and then put the other one on. Right there. And then I can get it perfect. But see, it's not... I got a feeling one is backwards because it's not sitting perfect on each other. So, I take them apart yet if I can. I'm going to try this again. Here's this one. Now, instead of going that way, I'm going to go this way. And she might have them right in the center. If that's so, that's so. I'm going to move the file. So they only really line up perfect one way. I may go and change the file and make sure I get them right in the center so that they do. It makes it easier. Thanks, Gay. No, so far it's not two-sided. But she's got so much room in here, I don't know if she would do it two-sided. I guess you still could. But your items have to sit probably in front of the handle, and that's probably why. Because you wouldn't see it in the back. You know, it'd be cut off by your handle. So no, she hasn't done it two-sided. Like I said, she may not because of that. It might be a problem with some of the inserts. Let's just give this guy a quick painting here. And he fell in sideways, so I'm getting a new one. Just give him a quick coat, and it should be a quick coat or two, and it should be done. But there is a little one, but not two-sided. Slap some on here. Not two-sided. Get out of there. But yeah, I think that's why, Debbie. I think because your inserts are probably going to, some of them are probably wider than what where the handle sits. I'm pretty sure this one does. And the other one, the Wriggler basket, doesn't have a handle that you have to worry about that. Until my paint's getting drier. Doesn't paint as nice either. I'm going to get a little water on my brush and just smooth that out for me. And a new brush. Let's see here. Give me a nice brush here. Just glide it over there and spread it out better. With just a little water does it. Alright, that should be good, I think. I can always give it another coat later. Let's leave that be. Alright, so now let's grab our design here and figure out where we got to paint what. Oh, I got an extra basket stand in here even. Alright, let's get our pieces. I'll show you how she's going to go. These things here, the insides come out, but those are the bunny's long, can you see her here? Those are the long ears. Isn't that cute? They sit back behind her. This is part of our lamb's leg. This goes with the chicks. And then the bunny, I don't know what that little piece came off of. The bunny's got, not that leg. This one goes over here, this wing. Sort of sits inside of the arm on that one. There. We got her here. The only one that has a nose are the middle one doesn't have a nose, if I remember right. We got to paint it on there. And the eyes. Let's see. There's this guy's nose. This, I think, was that extra piece that came off of the side of that we don't need. And these will go on with the legs that we painted already. And then we got two little feet here and here. And these are the little ears here. Oops, which should have been white. No, those I'm going to do That is the other foot. Must be. We'll know once we, let me see. Here, this will go here. And then we got the 2 legs. 1, 2. Oh, this outside foot is really small. And then you got this one. Oops. Oops. Backwards. Like that. And then this one over here and here. But I'm going to do it sort of like the designer did as far as this guy. She painted the lamb's skin in like a peach, which we're going to do. I thought it looked pretty good like that. And then, but we got to paint the back on here, because there, except besides the ears, that's, we're going to actually use that, besides for the lamb. The lamb sort of covered up besides for his face and that. So I was looking at peach, trying to think if I wanted peachy or a pink, because we had that baby blush out the other day that was sort of peachy, but really light. But I think I'm going to go with the warm beige. Let me see what that looks like. That may be too dark. Yeah, that's way too dark. Maybe we are going to use that pink. Let me see it. Because I'm going to put a little on the plate here. To me, it doesn't really look pink. Maybe it will be when I put it on there, but we'll see. Let me see what it looks like here. I guess it does look pink. Yeah, that's not what I want. I don't want his skin to be pink. Hold on. I gotta have something lighter. What is this? Natural buff. That looks pretty good. I think that's gonna work. I think that pink baby we'll use in the ears. We'll see. Yeah, that's a better color. So let's do that first. And we gotta paint these little pieces here. The feet we're gonna do gray. Let's do those first too. See, I got this nice gray. This gray here out. Yep. Let's just give them a quick coat of gray. She painted her bunny gray too, so I may do that yet. Because if I put a white bunny on there with that white basket, I don't think you're going to see it. It's not going to show up very good. So I was thinking of gray too. I could do chocolate brown, but I don't think so. All right, I'm going to set these to the side so I don't lose them like I usually do. And then we're going to go to, I think that's all that's gray besides the bunny. Well, let's do the bunny. Let's get the gray done. I think that'd be a good color here with that, what I have here. Unless, no, that isn't I'm gonna get some new stuff. This stinks using this. I don't see a lighter gray yet. Yeah, I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I do here. What is this? This is, oh, it's gray, same one, gray sky. Same color. Okay, so I could make some lighter, but I think this is actually fairly light. But maybe I will make it. I got the paint there. I might as well do it. Let's just put some of this white that's drying up on me in there. It won't be any more. There we go. That's there. And then I'll make it a little bit lighter gray. Enough. I can see the difference between this one and this one. So it lightened it up enough. All right, let's do that. And I'm going to use a finger dauber, I think. And let's get these arms painted. Oops, plenty on there. Right there. But I think the bunny ears are just, I put the ears, you guys like those ears? I think they're just adorable. I was sort of anxious to paint one to see how she turned out. I've seen them painted, but I think it's going to be, I know it's going to be cute. All right, we'll put this up here, this stuff, and then we'll do this, get this bunny done. I'm going to leave this other stuff here. And everything it doesn't matter if I cover it up or not because, well, all of it, I'm going to cover all of it up because you're not going to see some of the stuff where the arms are, but then I know I got the cracks and all that too. And when I put it together, I won't be going, oh. Yeah, I'm not sure if I need to paint that or not because I didn't stick it in the basket, but if I have to sand it off, I'll have to sand it off. Oops. All right. I think without the bunny ears, doesn't it look like a chick?
I thought it looked like a baby chick. Because she does have, there is a basket full of baby chicks coming that I have cut out already. With the other ones. There's a lamb. There's a basket. There's a lamb with its own basket. I mean, all these guys are separate in their own baskets too. You'll see. They're separate ones. With some eggs or with something. They're all different. I got the new snow globes in the baskets cut out so far, but there's new birdhouse inserts and all that that go with everything. All right, I'm going to dry that guy up so we can go ahead with him. Okay. All right. Oops, I got to get the edge there better. Has anybody commented, or am I just not seeing comments? Or Kay comments so I can tell if I... The last comment I see is from you for quite a while ago. And Debbie's saying if it comes in two-sided. Those are the last ones I see. Unless you guys are just listening to me and be quiet. Which may be. Alright. Dry. Dry his legs up there, but that don't really matter. I don't really need them yet. See how he looks, if I gotta give him more paint or not. Okay. I did plug my camera in, so it shouldn't die on us today. Right this area right here I don't like. It looks rough. There, I'm gonna leave that. And his face looks pretty good. Get that edge. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna get my blush color, that wild berry, whatever it is. Wild berry it is. I need a plate here, I got a mess. Oh, you're watching, forget to talk. Like nobody's talking. Am I not seeing comments or what? It's hard to see. Sometimes you quit seeing them. I've seen enough people have problems lately with comments not coming through. Okay. I could have waited to do this till I was ready to do them all, but I didn't think of it. And actually, if the brush dries out in between and I'm seeing color, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do his nose right away too, I think. I'll just do his cheeks right in here. Yeah, what are you doing there? I think my brush might still be wet from being downstairs, darn it. From washing it. That I didn't, I don't like that one, you guys. I take it off. I had them downstairs and I used them again down there and something, and then I washed them again. I don't think they dried completely, actually. So I'm going to do this one over right there. And I'm going to put this one, it feels wet, yeah. I'm going to see if I got a different one. I should. I got bigger ones, that's for sure. This one's got a tinge of red to it. We'll use this one. And so get some of it. I don't want it. I'll try not to get as much. Maybe that'll help. Is that dry? I think so. There, I'm going to leave it like that. There. Let me see. That's uniform enough, I think. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to set this one to the side so I don't use it again. Alright. Got a line there on his chest too. I can see it. What's going on there? It looks sort of goofy. Before I gave it another layer there and get rid of it. Alright. I'm going to get the pink for his nose. Get that done. It has nose and the lambs. We got to do. I've had that pink out. I'm going to use. Let me see. That might work. It's awful thin now, but let me see what we got here. Yeah, it's okay. I think let's try it. I look more white than pink, though, is what I'm thinking. I think it's gonna. I went on a line. Yeah, it's gonna need more pinkish. It's too white. It looks almost white to me. Let's go with baby pink, maybe. It looks pinker than that. Yeah, because that was something else. Oh, this is really pink. Let's try this in there, I think. If I can mix it in there maybe. Yeah. This shows up then. Okay. There, I think you can see it better. Couldn't see it before. And then I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna do. We're gonna do his ears in gray, yep. And then we're gonna do the insides in pink. Well, I think we're gonna use the same pink we just did on the nose. But let's get those ears done with the gray before it dries up again on me. I don't want too much because I don't want to down my sides here. And the middle don't really matter because that's all going to be covered with it when the ears go back in, but the outside it does. Just going to put it on like that. I think it'll work. And this is, I think most of it is all behind them. You don't see it anyway, but we'll give it a light coat. There, that looks pretty good. I think that'll work. Just like that. I'm going to set that to the side to dry. Make sure it's good. And then we'll do the ears here. And I'm going to get, I can't take my plate anymore. It's too much of a mess. So I'm going to get a new one. He's going to have some really pink ears. We should do the lamb's nose right away too. Where is that? Right here. I'm going to get a sponge. I can possibly use that same sponge I was just using with white. No, that was gray. Here's white. I think I'm done with white, so it ain't going to hurt to use that one. Let's do this, and then we'll do the nose on the lamb. This shouldn't take all that long, really. I probably spent more time on the basket than this is going to take, it looks like. These go together pretty quick. What are you painting, Kate? Debbie, you painting? Or are you just watching? I know Lisa's painting. Lisa is always painting unless she's got the baby, right, Lisa? I'd have the baby too. There we go. I'm surprised Mason didn't stop on here tonight. Speaking of blankets. There, I think that should be pretty good. I'm going to set that, I think, to the side. Looks pretty good. I might have to give it, let me see, wait a minute, a couple spots there I don't like yet. Then it might be okay that we don't have to give it another coat. Because it looks like it covered pretty good. There. Let's leave that. Alright. Right in the middle where I had my finger out. Alright, that'll work. And then we just got this little nose here. Just watching. Gotta get some use of pictures more often. Okay, sure. Yeah, just put them on that side again and let me know when you don't have to let me know, but it's nice if you do let me know when you guys add them. Lisa did yesterday, and that makes me go look, and then I remember there's more. But I'm not caught up. So if it was empty, for sure then tell me, but it's not empty. Because I take them out of there after I do them. But yeah, it's not empty. All right, let's do the lamb with that peachy color. We got his ears here, we got his face and his legs here. So we really just got his face here and the legs. And we'll grab that natural buff I said. That's a Decor natural buff is what I'm going to use. And it's really light. You can see that. You can't see that. It is really light colored. But I think it'll work. I thought about doing them black, but then oops, I don't have to do that. I got to do these. But then I thought, now then you're not going to see his eyes or anything else if you do them black. I could have done them gray and like the bunny, but because I think the lambs a lot of times don't they have black faces? I think they do. In reality. But we really don't have to paint in reality, but we don't have to paint everything like it's supposed to. We can do whatever we want. Could make them purple.
a purple lamb. All right, I'm going to just give all this coating right through here anyway. All I have to do is I have paint his eyes in anyway, so that don't matter. I have to do his nose though, but this will probably make his nose brighter with that pinch there. I'm not going to worry about it. And then that all is covered on the bottom. I don't have to do that at all. I just want to make sure I get my edges by the face here good. I probably ain't going to highlight on this guy much, you know, around their faces or anything. I'm probably just going to leave them. I think they're pretty cute just like they are, to tell you the truth. I am going to dry that. Let me see. Do I have enough there? No. I got a little bit right here. And then I'm going to dry it. And then we can do his eyes and his cheeks and that. All right. And let's get these pieces one more time too. And they should be good. Before I take this and put it away. That stopper away where I don't see it. I have to look at it. Once I set them down, I lose them. Okay. There and this ear. I think I got the right ears and sides, I hope. All right. There. Now, let's dry them up. We're doing faces and legs of what kind? I like doing the faces because they come to life so much. I can see he needs some more on his face here, especially his face, because that's where you look the most. I can see a little bit different in paint thickness there, so I'm gonna give him one other coat and make him more even, and it'll be better then. All right, bunnies probably, or doing Easter too. You got shows for Easter? Do you still have your stuff in that by that lady in Kill, or did you take it out of there? I don't remember if you said you had, or if you were going to, or what. I haven't been in there since the one time I was there. I don't have to paint his nose. His nose is already pink, Donna. We already got a heart for that, so we don't have to do that, but I do have to do his cheeks. Yeah, let's get rid of that off that brush. I don't need it. Okay, these little pieces are going to sit here. Let's do his cheekies. Where's that big brush? Right there. The lamb. They are darker. Lambs are darker. Yes, I thought so. I thought the lambs were darker. They weren't, they're not this color for sure. I thought they were darker. They were like black almost faces. The ones I remember seeing when I was younger. I haven't seen lambs in a long time, but you don't see that many. There, I like his cheeks a lot. And then let's get these pieces. I'd love to glue them on there because I don't want to lose them. I guess I'll just put them up here. Okay. Yep, and then we got his legs here. Okay, and then his feet are there. So we should be good. I don't lose it. Now we got to do him. And then we got his arms, his nose, his beak. Let's do his beak right away. I think I'm gonna do that in orange again, like I did. Yeah, the other day. On the birds, I did theirs in orange too. So we're gonna do orange. Here's my regular orange. Right here, just a little bit. And I'm just gonna get a little brush and take it right out of here. Oh yeah, 2 years already. Have I had my garbage can that long? Maybe so. Maybe so. I could have had it that long already. Probably have. It tells you, anybody else lose time like I do? It just flies by like that. And you don't realize until you think about something how long ago it really was. Is that just me? Does everybody do that? Is that just me? That I lose track like that? I mean, it's horrible. You know, something like yesterday, it's 2 years ago. But then when you really think about it, it wasn't that long ago. It's just crazy. I don't know. I hope it's everybody, not just me. Maybe I'm losing it. Just kidding. I bought a sassy sweatshirt today. I couldn't help it. I really wanted it. It's pretty sassy. It's just funny if you ask me. Because, I get some crappy days here and there. And it says the dumb, and then it's got the F word with "uri." I could say it out here. And then it says, let's keep the that down to a minimal today. I thought it was funny. I'll wear it. I will wear it. That's just me. I couldn't tell, but it was only $10 on a like a pallet place that does pallet sales. That I had on when I was sitting in the bathtub. Oh, jeez. I think I'm going to go a little darker here, too. It's going to be more two-toned at the top, pretty lighter like that, but just like that, I think. That looks pretty different there. I may have to fix that a little bit. It looks really... It'll dry a little lighter, though, probably, too. We'll see what it dries like. So I thought it was funny sweatshirt. Hi, Tina. How are you? Welcome. Nice to see you. Let me find my yellow. We're going to go with the bird. I think we're going to use this. And then, yeah, he's going to be nice and bright because he needs to be bright. He's a chick. We're painting a Easter insert. And you can see right above there, you can't see it all right now, but it's a new Easter basket. It's a new insert for the flower pot stuff. For the flower basket, but it's an Easter basket. So it turned out pretty cute. We did that first, and now we're just finishing up this insert here, which is it's pretty easy one. And Gavin, when we get done here, I'll show you the birds we did on last week. I think you were on once, or I don't know if you stayed with. I know I had some trouble one night. I had to get off on Monday, and I don't know if you were on or not, but it took me Monday and Friday to do it. But it was 4 little items, so they take a while. Got some cute tiles too. I didn't buy all the tiles this time because I sell some, but I don't sell a ton of tiles. And until people, I know some other people sell a lot of tiles, but it's just not mine right now. Maybe if I started painting them more or something like that, I'd sell more of them too. But she's got some cute tiles with these guys on. I think they're really cute. But this new bunny I'm in love with. And I'm going to do the eyes coming up too and get those done. That's probably about it. Don't let me forget to put the dots in the eyes. I said Tammy that does tabs bought a set for me. She bought the mousse with the mailbox and the balloons. And she was showing them last night on her live. And I realized I didn't put the dots in the eyes. Not that it's a big deal, but I like them. Let me see. Where's the color? I had one here. I'm looking for it. Here it is. I think I want this. That's really a lot. Hold on. See this? Or that one down there. What's that one? No, it looks like the same. Is it the same color? Yep. Well, I may just try one of these, and I may just have to add some more color to it if I don't like it. Let's see. Hold on. I want to put the wings and the hair on his head on a different yellow. I want a little bit of a deeper yellow than that. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to try marigold. Marigold might be good. Yeah, I think so. We're going to try it. We're going to give him some more yellow, though. Let me dry him real quick. Thanks, Tina. Hi, Billy. Thanks. Yeah, the basket turned out pretty cute. I'll show you guys when we get done here better. But that's pretty easy, and it comes in the tiny one too. I'll be listing them hopefully later tonight. Hopefully, when I get done here, I plan on it. I got all the pictures taken. I just gotta get them listed now, and get my pictures ready to go. So I planned on it. I had hoped to have them listed before I came live, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. All right. I think that's good. We're going to dry him. Make sure those edges are good there. There, I think that's good. Get him dry. That yellow just doesn't cover as good as other. If I would put a lighter color underneath, it would have been better first. But I could even use that color underneath there. And then put the yellow over, because I'm going to have to give him some more. Because I can still see it. I still don't like it. Or else you mix some yellow. It's another color, like a cream color in with your yellow now, and it would cover it better. Now I should be able, this should do it, I would think. Sometimes yellow isn't the easiest to cover either. It doesn't, it's not as, it's like red. It doesn't want to cover it perfect. And this is definitely that yellow. All right, I'm going to let that be. And we're going to take some of this marigold. I'm going to use the same daubers because it can somewhat go together. You know, it can, I want it to match sort of, but I want a different shade. So I am going to use the same dauber. And I'll just probably lighten this color up a little bit. I'm using marigold here. I got to make sure I have the right size. Yeah, because this one goes, I think that one goes over there. Let me see. His arm that goes there. That's the one that fits. Yeah, that fits there. So let's just go there. And this don't even look like it covers very good on there either. Not like our other colors do. So I'm going to do, yeah, I'll just have to give it a few coats. I'm not going to do that now. We'll just dry it real quick and do it again. But yeah, it's not making it more, I don't know, opaque looking when I put it on there. All right, oops. Try it. Yeah, it sure is. It sure can be. It's nice. I like to add like a white to it or something because that makes it so it's not, it just gives it more, what's the word? It's not transparency. So it's thick. It's not thicker, but it covers better. Just putting that in there. Something with the color. Translucent, is that the word I'm looking for or not? I'm not sure. But you never know until after you do the first coat. It's like, well, then you hate to do it, but you could. But hopefully this will do it. And it looks like it's enough of a difference of a shade, but it's not. It's a little bit darker than the rest of them, but it's not really god awful darker. That's how I want to put it, I guess. I think we have everything painted. Oh, we got to do the little basket, this little thing. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, no, oh, no, there's no stand. We did the stand already. That's an extra one. Just this guy hanging down from the basket. And I think, we'll do pink. I'm going to make it more translucent. I mean, like, I think I'll just wipe it with that pink once and see what it looks like. I don't want to make it the whole thing solid pink. That's just going to try wiping it on here. I may have to take some of it out of there if I have to. Out of the cracks. Because it's hard to get. There's not enough open area not to get it on there. And try to go through it. But it's going pretty good. I think that'll work for me. And I'll just take my little tool here and see if I can get it out of there a little bit. But I think that'll be enough color on that white basket. Right there. Got in a couple spots here. Oops. Let's go up here. Alright. Am I even on the camera? Yeah, somewhat, huh? Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. That won't look too bad. Move that paint that I pulled out of there a little bit. There. Okay. I'll leave it like that because that's going to show up on there pretty good. You can see it's pink. Alright, now I'm going to clean my hands up. I think we got glue. Oh, we got to do the chicken's cheeks. The baby chick's cheeks. We're going to give him some fuzzy cheeks too, I guess. Alright. If I can get it off. We could have, yeah, we'll see. Is that going to dry there? Or is that going to be, I might be too light. Bet you that's my lighter color right there. I don't want that. Hold on. There. Could really see it. Let's see if that dries in. All right. Come on. All right. I don't know. I may do some shading to bring his arms out. It's sort of what I'm thinking now on the gray one for sure.
But let's get his cheeks done here. Let me see if there's any on here yet. Oh yeah, I think so. Not much though, not enough. So I'm gonna get some of that. Again, that country berry. I always use just a little. Rub it off. I didn't get much, I can tell you that. I think it'll be enough though. Here. There, we'll leave them like that. That should be good. And then when I've got my grays out here, I'm going to stir this dark one up again. Think it'll work here. Yeah, I think it will. I'm just going to get a little bit of that and go on his arms on the outsides real quick, just to give him a little bit of difference there. Actually, I'm going to do the insides. It would be darker. Oops. Here. Okay. And then, let me see. I don't want too much water on there. I'll take all my paint off. Just want to blend a little bit more. And I'll do the same on this other inside of this other one here. Hard to do. Different angles. Let's go this way. Can't probably see, but it's the only way I can hold it. I'm just going to give it along that edge. Probably clean that other one up a little bit. Down on the hand here. If I can. Here. There. And then I also have, let's see, this brush. It's really little. That may work though. Let me see. I have this lighter gray that I mixed up. Oh no, that's the color I did him with, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to take some white. And then take it off here again. Just a little bit of white in this brush here. And I'll come down the outside or the edge, center to the outside, as long as I don't get no pink out of there. But I washed these, so I don't think I will, but and I'll lighten it up just enough. Okay, and then I'm gonna give him a little bit more. Just he's so plain looking. Hard to see it here. That general face, middle face area. Yep, I'm just lighting his belly up here a little bit. Can't see it a lot, that's for sure. But we'll leave it. Okay, now let's do his eyes. Their eyeballs. I think that's it. I think. I'll put them together. I'll find some black. Here's some. Okay. I've never heard of that. I've never used that. I just put white in them usually because that, you know, it's you don't have to have much and it doesn't really affect the color if you just do it a little bit. Using a base coat of white. Yeah, white seems to help. I think so too. Or you just put a little bit of white in like with your yellow and it makes, I think that does it without even doing, because I don't want to see the white underneath coming out. You know, sometimes when you get over it, and you know, I don't want to see that white. It's one thing if you see the yellow or the what top color, but I don't want to see the other color. So I always figure if I add it to the color and make it just a little bit makes a big difference. And it usually works. I haven't had a problem doing it that way. Try it once and see if that works for you. That's what I usually do anyway. And then I don't have to buy anything, and I just use white. Shut up before I make a mess out of my eyes. Yeah. That would be smart. Some little eyelashes would be cute. Okay. With that first, let's just get them all on. Like I said, you don't need a lot of white, just enough, just a little bit, and it makes a difference. You don't want to change the color of your paint. So it's just a little bit, and that just seems to do it. For a few times I've done it, and a few times, not all the time. I always forget because I usually got a coat or two on. I'm like, I should have just put white in there. So what did I ask you guys before? If anybody does think it's time fly for you like it does for me, or you don't realize how long it was, did anybody answer me? Are you making me feel like it's just me? It could be. It's a primer? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I know I can add stuff to my paint here, and I have it underneath the table here that'll keep it from drying out. It keeps it moving and spreading easier, too, if I remember to put it in it. If I just get it out before I go live and have it sitting here, I do it. But I never think of it. A little line underneath there I gotta get rid of. Let me see. I'm really tempted to give him some little eyelashes here. I don't know. I hope I don't wreck them. We're just going to try it really lightly. So come up here and go here. Pretty big eyelashes there, Donna. I don't think I'm liking them. No, I'm not liking my eyelashes. We're taking them off. Not liking them. I'd have to sit there and play with it first on a piece of paper to know how I want to do it. I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have done that. Hopefully I can get them off. I think I can. That was dumb. That was dumb of me. I've got to, I know better. I should know better. I'll sit and I'll draw first and make sure I got it down before I do it usually. Okay, they're gone. They're gone. But I think they would be really cute with eyelashes, you guys. I do. Somehow, some eyelashes in there. I still see them. I quit playing with them down. Shouldn't be doing that crap. Okay. See if that, we'll leave them like that for now. I'll have to fix that if it shows to. Or I'll give them eyelashes later on. All right. The stuff to make it, the stuff I was talking about to make your paint so it doesn't dry up so fast. I'll look here. I know I got it underneath me. I know I do. Okay. Just give these guys some dots. Let's see. Yep, that one's good. Close enough. Close enough, I think. There we go. Leave it like that. Let me see what it is here. Here it is. This is it, I think. Yep. You do different stuff with it. This is it. Mixed with acrylic paint for consistency, for thin consistency and glossy. That may not be it. Let me see. Hold on. I think that is what you use, though. A couple different things in here. Let me see what they all are. Because I've used them. These are, let's see. You've seen these too. I know you have. Okay, there I got a few different ones here. I think you can use. I'm pretty sure that's what these were all for. There's a matte fluid medium. It says mixed with basic acrylic colors for extra matte finish. This will give you a matte finish too. Improves the flow of color for blending as well as increasing transparency. So, but it does, you just don't put a lot in it and it keeps it more liquidy. And then this here, I think this is what the one I might have used. It's called Flow Medium. This one was actually on clearance when I picked it up. Mixed with acrylic paint for a thin consistency and glossy finish. This one will give it a glossy finish. Clean up with cool soapy water. So I have that one, and then I know I use some of these other ones for the same purpose, matte, and then I have, that's acrylic medium too. That's a fluid medium. This is just an acrylic medium. What's this one? That is too. This is clear gesso. Yeah, they are different. This is matte. Clear gesso. What did I have that for? What did I use it on? Prime surfaces. It primes your surfaces. It gives a transparent matte finish, leaving colors, ground color unchanged. I don't know. I'd have to read on them again. I forget. But I think I used that Flow Medium for it, is what it was. If I remember right. All right. Let's go back to these guys now. I can see its eye there a little bit, so I'm going to give it a little bit more while I'm here. Where I did that, I don't want to do that. I don't want that there. All right. Hopefully that'll cover it, because we're going to glue his hair on there pretty quick. All right, let's put them together the rest of the way. All right. I should have known better. Oh, well, I had to try it. All right, let's get some glue. Definitely got to fill these bottles. I think I got to order some more. I still got quite a bit in my big bottle. It's just I'm out of bottles and tops for them. Or I'll have to find some bottles at Hobby Lobby for it. Okay. And I could have went around his hair here and did some shading on this white too, but I didn't. But you could. I could go around it with a gray. I think I'm going to leave him. Then he was another reason I didn't want to paint the bunny white, was because of him being white too. I'm going to just get my glue here where I can get it out of here. If it's not even, I don't know, maybe this bottle's about gone. It's starting to look like. Here. We actually glue everything here. This whole thing, so. There, let's go with that. I'm going to have to go to the bottom. I'll get this on right away. Here. Right there. Yeah, he's going to come up over there. That should be good there. Make sure up here. That's it, seems right there. That looks good there. I want to get those ears on before they, don't want to stick there. Let's get them in there, get them in place. As I did first. A little bit, I can see I got to cover up with paint yet. Touch up. Here. There. Okay. See right there. My glue was drying. I was worried about it drying too quick on me here. All right. Oops, get that in there better. Right about there. Yep. All right. Let me see what I got. Another bottle of glue here. I know I have another one here. I just don't know if it comes out. It's got more glue in it. Yep. I'm gonna make it come out of here. Yeah, it's open. Just got a lot bigger hole on the top. So I'm gonna put some on here. I know what's going to happen. There we go. Okay, oops, that's not where I want it. Okay, should be okay there, I think. A bit of glue there, should be okay though. Alright, so there's that guy. I'll get his arms on. The one in the middle just has his arms, but then we got to put his ears on the back. That's what really does it on him, I think. Wipe some of that off. Okay, oops. Here, it's going to go way up in here. Okay. Oops. The ears are what makes this whole one, if you ask me. Alright. Which makes it, what makes it look so cute. Oops. Okay, I got a little bit out there. I hope it goes away. And then I'm going to put it right on here, I think. Oops, that guy's going to go over. Yep. Yep, right there, I think. Okay, there's a little, here's a little. And there's some. Alright, this guy. Let's get him sit on here where they belong. Here. Oops. Ooh. Okay. Alright, just sit that for a minute. And then his nose. Okay. And that, oops, is going to go this way. There. He's so cute. Okay. I can see some of my glue up there I don't like, so, but when I seal it, that usually covers that up for me. I'll try one of these little brushes here and just see if I can move that a little bit, but I got a little bit of glue up there I don't like. I should have been using my other glue because you don't see it at all. But I can get that later. Now let's get his ears. Now when that glue his head on there, that's what's going to hold these together in the back here. So it's going to go like this. So I'm going to want to put a little bit of glue on the back. I love him with the ears. On the back of his head. And then and on the side just a little bit, and then along that bottom piece too. So I'm going to put a little bit up here. No, wrong one. No. Yeah, wrong one. I want this one, I think. Well, I can see it all in that bottle that I said didn't have much. Let me see. Try it again. Let me get down there. Okay. Right up here, I'm going to put it, and then right in here along these sides, I know it touches a little, not a lot, but that'll dry up if it isn't. And then I'm going to put it on here. Right through there. That should hold it. But all that, it's covered by him. And then I'm going to put him, I could actually make his little ticks of his hair go up a little bit above those ears. The ears. Because you want them coming off his head. Like that, I think. How's that straight? Right there. I could actually have glued these guys' heads onto his ears too if I wanted, but I didn't. Oh, you guys like the ears? Isn't they cute? Isn't she cute? Do you, Kay? Oh, I just run out of them for doing my refill glue. Isn't she cute? But see, you could glue her on these other guys too, the ears. But once you put the ears on her, that's what really does it, if you ask me, because I just love the ears. Those long droopy ears. So let me pick this up a little bit here while she dries just a little bit and put a few paint away. Now I'm going to turn you guys up in a second. Once we pick this, we'll give it a second while I do this. And then we'll turn you guys up and I'll show you, we'll put it in the basket. Her, him, all of them. I got 150 paints out here though. Let's see. Them away. 2 paint holders and I'm running out of room for paints. 2 paint racks. I almost bought one, not bought, made one that goes on a, I may do it yet. It, was it on a wall or in front of you on a rack? I don't remember. I think it was just like, it goes, there's one I saw that goes like on a desk.
Then it would go if you could form your desk with it, which would be nice too. Get these out of here. 150 paint bottles out here. Yep. Okay, look at these guys. Out of here, my paint out of here. Oops, that one's okay. Get the right ones I gotta take downstairs. I'm gonna get my paint out of here yet. We should be ready to go because that should be dried out. Oops, here, take this part. All right. I really need about 2 weeks up here cleaning, let me tell you. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. All right. This computer went off for some reason. I'm going to move this over because I'm going to switch you guys up. Here we go. I should have it down lower, but I can't make it any lower unless I go lower it. So let me get our stand on here. Yeah, I got you guys up here. I'm going to put the stand on. So we got our basket. If you didn't see it, there it is. Isn't it cute? Cute little Easter basket. And it's all numbered. Like the handle's got a 1 on it. And then, so that's the first one you lay down. And then you put the, told you what I do. You put a 2, then there's a 2, a 3, I think a 4 is on the front one. And then you put this piece over the front. The little piece that covers up the 4. So it's pretty easy. Really easy. So let me set it down here so I don't drop this. It should just sit in there. I did put paint on my insert part, so it might be a little tight. Oh, that might get my thumb out. And then, there it is. Where did I go? Here, right here. There we go. Bring her up closer. There. You know, she seems to need a face to me. Did I paint her nose? Yeah, I did. It's pink. You just can't see it on there very well. I may have to give her nose another layer of pink. But she could, don't bunnies have whiskers? She could almost use some whiskers too. If you ask me. Or I could put the 3 dots in their cheeks. That would do it, you guys. That would probably be good. And then this would just hang here. Right here. It would hang. We'd have a little piece of string hanging there and then hang that one over. Thanks, Kay. So I gotta, I have to put a piece of rope on there and then I just staple it to the back or glue it to the back usually with some super glue. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to put some little dots on her cheek. I'll aim you guys down here. I'm going to put some little dots on the cheeks, so I think that'll make a big difference on all of them. Let me get my plate back. I'm going to drop a white paint here. I don't have my white is on the go on over there dried up. Let me see. I think that'll make a big difference. And I was thinking she could use probably some white lines, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to go 1. I don't think I have to make them very big. You guys see? Yeah. 1. I want them big enough, I guess, like that. 2. I need some more. 3. They don't have to all be the same size either. They can if you can do it, but I usually end up with some smaller ones after a while. Not all the same. If you re-dab every time, you can usually get them pretty close. There. Doesn't that look better? I think the dots look better. No, it is not. And I don't think she's going to do it because, I don't know, I could be wrong. Because these guys sit in front of your basket handle. Where on the interchange, the other one we had, the flower basket, you didn't have a handle that went up in the air. It's going to be a little different there. It's going to be a little different. I had a double one there too. Shoot. Hold on. I'm thinking, if you know what I mean. The basket handles weren't up in the air. They were down on the basket. So I don't think she will. I'm making these all different. Then it'll look like it's all on purpose. Right? Here. I'm going to do them like that. I think that looks better. Don't they look better? Hi, Marge. Yeah, I'm just finishing up. This is a new basket and basket insert for the flower. Well, it's for the flower basket inserts, but there's the new ones. But just those on the cheek did a lot. I didn't do the one on the rabbits. One cheek needs to be bigger. Over here, I have the double one, sort of a double one. The first one, there. That's better. I like the little dots. So I still could put some lines on it if I wanted, but I don't know if I will. I'm liking it. I don't know if it needs some, because you can't see the white, you know, a little bit on the feet, I guess I could do here, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure if I do anything else to it or not. I'll probably leave it. So that is it for the night, you guys. I'll get this one listed, and I'll have mine listed for sale, but then I'll also get the DIY up on the site here in a little while once I get down there. I gotta get this all tied on here yet. I'll get some string and tie this on and run it out underneath there, just a real thinner string, and then I'll get some pictures done and we'll get it listed. It'll probably be an hour or two, probably a few hours, because I get enough stuff I have to do to it before I can get it on there. But look tomorrow. It'll be on by tomorrow if you're looking for it. So, all right. I am out of here. I thank you guys for joining me. You guys have a fabulous week. If you need me, just shoot me a message. Otherwise, we'll see you on Friday evening. And thanks for jumping on, Marge. You can always catch a replay if you want to see it, or we'll see you on Friday if you can make it. All right, guys. Have a great week. Thank you very much. My nice hands all full paint. All right. Thanks. If you got any questions, like I said, just shoot me a message. If you would, share the video out. It always helps. I'd appreciate it. All right. See you guys later. Thank you. Oh, if you're still here, if I didn't end it, I'll show you what we did. I'll show you the result of last week's project. Now that I'm thinking of it, I almost ended it. I'm going to leave it where it is. I think we're still on here, aren't we? Is it moving? I think so. Yeah, I think we're here. All right, this was the guy from Friday. These were them. I'm going to show you right here because it's easier to show you here than hold them all separately. As long as I get them on here. Is he going to be on there? No, we're going to move the bunny over. They turned out really cute. These are the spring birds, and I do not have them listed yet, I don't think. I have to do them yet. I still don't have them on there very good, do I? Aren't they cute? I thought these guys turned out really cute, too. I liked them. We painted them on, what? Monday and Friday, I think it was. Thanks, Kay. Thank you. But those are them. Those are the birds we did. And there's also, okay, I'll warn you, there's one more set coming. Well, there's St. Patrick's Day one. I didn't buy that set, but there's another one coming for Easter that's really cute that we're going to be painting coming up. Because I just love these birds. I think they're just so stinking cute. So that was the set we did last week. All right, now I'm out of here. I just wanted to say, those of you that jumped on late, I just wanted to show you them. So, all right, have a fantastic week, everyone. Good night now.